Hello guys, welcome back to another one. This was FIA manufacturer time yet again. Per qualifying, no slipstream, and then is back down in 16th place here. We've got number 14 on the door, so slowly but surely we'll keep improving. Hopefully we're looking for a top 14 or better in this race, and a clean one of course. So just looking to make our way forward in this race after a poor qualifying. This was our first effort at this one, quite enjoyable. And this is one of those races that we very easily could have drove into the pits and sat there and chilled out and lost interest. You can see we've lost the back end and we're collected. We're hitting the back end, and then to compound matters and make it worse, we don't get the back end spun round, so we have to do a grandmother 3-point turn. We definitely would have passed our driving test on this day. We didn't hit any walls or any curbs there, so a 10 out of 10 for the 3-point turn. But we're now on our own, and straight away our brain is thinking all sorts. When an incident happens to you like this at the start of a race, your brain quickly starts trying to think of all different strategies and things you can do, and you end up ruining your own race more by trying something ridiculous or something different. Luckily for us, there was not a lot you could do in this race. It was a one-stopper, I believe, plain and simple. So that has actually helped us. By the time we've got round to here, we already know, right, it's head down and try and get up into 14th. So this, a boring part of the race, we'll have the skip while we're here. We get past that guy there, who was in the top 3, I believe. So he's had an incident, and we'll keep an eye on him because he catches us right and quick, indicating that he has plenty of speed. And it was a bit of a fuel saver as well. As I let my wee dog in, sorry. It was a wee bit of a fuel saver also. So you'll see here he gains on us back in the car. We'll continue a bit of a skip, and because he gains on us so fast, then we let him have it here. As soon as he shows us his nose, we lift. And these penalties at the moment, guys, the car on the outside receives the penalty. The car on the inside seems to get away with any contact. So you need to be really careful. It does allow you to be aggressive and throw one up the inside without really having a risk of a penalty. If there is any contact, the car on the outside is going to have it. But it makes trying to drive on the outside of someone or hand over a spot to someone, you need to be extra careful. If you find yourself on the outside of anybody, I would suggest give them as much space as they want. So we've handed the spot over to him in hope that he can help pull us forward. We'll continue with the skip, because he does indeed. And as I say, a very lonely race for the first half of this. Hard just to try and keep our focus and our head down. You can see we're happy to stay behind this guy, even when we do get a bit of a run on him. We're going for a fuel save and trying to get that fuel under control rather than anything else. And we're now starting to approach the top 15 on up ahead of us there. I do believe we've caught some kind of slipstream, so we'll have a wee check at it from here. 7 laps really before we got to see anybody except for this one guy. Again, he's made a small mistake there. And again, just having a short shift, trying to get that fuel under control as early as we can. You join me sitting having my wee morning smoke and a cup of coffee and chilling out watching a replay, trying to get these videos back up to date. Saturday morning, I believe. So apologies if you just can hear me having my coffee. And he's went into the pits, and we've been luckily enough just to cling on to the slipstream. We're very unlucky with this guy. We have caught this guy at the wrong time. His tyres, or when we watched it on the replay, we checked out why he was so poor. He's had a couple of spins. He's totally destroyed his tyres, and we've caught him at a bad time, but we've had the patience to not go for anything silly. Our head is telling us at the moment a top 14, and we'll be over the moon. And again, we'll nudge him in the back there to get him up to speed again, but he is all over the place, losing a lot of time. And we'll think to yourselves when we come around here, you have to pit. You cannot stay out on the track when you're driving in such a manner. You're all over the place, sir. Get your ass into the pits, please. And he does indeed. He peels off into the pit lane, and we get another wee slice of luck with people coming out of the pits, which allow us to remain in the slipstream. And they're also on fresh tyres. I do believe our planned pit stop in this one was lap 10, the next lap. You can see we're still lifting and coasting, lots of patience. I feel like that's why we get good results at the moment. There is nothing special about our speed whatsoever. The top speed of these top lobby guys, it doesn't just come with the click of a finger. It comes after months and months, slowly but surely, and we still feel pretty new. Anytime we are getting good results, it's all because of our patience and how smart we are on the track, staying out of incidents, picking and choosing where to be aggressive and when not to be aggressive. And usually the time to be aggressive is the last 1 or 2 laps. The rest of the race, there is no sense having a battle at all with people. You're better just lifting, coasting, looking after your tyres, trying to get the fuel under control, and hope that in the last 1 or 2 laps you're sitting hot favourite, and then you can start thinking about aggressive moves and what have you. Another wee penalty in front of us, and we've decided to stretch it out for an extra lap on the mediums here. We are struggling a wee bit, but we got a bit lucky. We were still in the slipstream, so we were going to gain a whole second along this here straight, And we thought to ourselves, well yes, it's worth staying out then. And we've dropped the back end slightly there and dropped down again. So held up and a few small mistakes, spun out, 3-point turn. A lot has went wrong for us in this one, but by the end of this one, this was really enjoyable. It all started to heat up for us at the end. And as we say, a top 14, and would have been over the moon if we don't lose any rating in this race. We will be extremely happy. And we'll dive into the pits. We'll have a small skip, and we're back out. And here's this guy again who was struggling on his tyres and held us up quite a bit. But hopefully now we're thinking to ourselves, he can't be that slow now, he's on new tyres, surely he's going to have some speed. We do think to ourselves, we'll want it off you, and this inside rule, you can see if we had drifted out there and just made any kind of contact at all, we would have handed this guy a penalty. So we're trying our best to stay as clean and fair as we can. Threatened to throw one up the inside at the chicane, but he didn't comply. We kind of needed him to lift off or to show us some sort of sign that he's prepared to lose the spot. And again, we're feeling like we're getting held up here, and the other guy is coming back at us. And we didn't even want to pass him on the way into this. I remember actually saying on the way into that corner, there's no sense passing him here because he's just going to drive back past us. But he was that slow on the braking. We've had to take the spot. I still haven't had a drive in this new car, in the new Aston he's in. But it must be terrible on its brakes or something. And we can see he pulled out there. We gained a wee bit of trust in him along there because he seemed to lift off. If we skip back there, you can see he's pulled out, but then he has lifted. And as soon as he lifted, we thought to ourselves, well played mate, you're going to play the game with us, that's good driving. And we think to ourselves, he's going to be nice. But look what happens, we totally get out of that one and make sure, and right then we've had enough. We're like, right, we're going aggressive, we're risking it. Instead of being nice, we'll just do that shit. And we do need to learn to do that more, because I can lose a lot of time being too nice and not being firm and decisive with your moves, trying a wee half move and hoping someone sees your nose and then leave you room, instead of just going for the pass 100%. It makes the pass a lot easier. As soon as we've done that, we've got him out of the way, he's done and dusted. We'll go for another wee skip out of the slipstream at the minute. We'll continue yet again, and I suspect we're going to lose it this lap to this guy, but we are thinking once he takes it off us, we're now in a battle for 13th, because he should be in the slipstream or very close to the slipstream of 13th. So we're always happy to drop and give spots up in hope of a better spot by the end of the race rather than fighting. And you can see, because we were nice and gave this guy the spot, he repays the favour. He knows how to play the game. He moves over and he gives the slipstream to us, and we're back up into 14th, and there's a big number 12, so we're now in a battle for 12th, and not too much further up the road. I do believe there's a number 11. It's all going okay for us at the moment, considering how poor this race has started for us and how lonely we've been for the majority of it. There is now a P11 in the distance with 3 to go, 3.5 maybe to go, and we can smell it. We're getting excited. As you can see, you can check out all of my videos on a live stream if you prefer to see how it all went down live. We'll do live stream everything. And again, you can see no interest in getting past this guy, more of an interest in making it clear to him that we're not going for the inside, in hope that he gains a bit of trust in us and hits his own lines and gets us back up into the battle. And it turned out to be a really enjoyable race, this one. I was so glad I didn't drive into the pits having a rage and sit there. I wouldn't have rage quit. I would have rage pit and sat and chilled out in the pits. But you can see now we are definitely in with a chance of a 11th place here, which for myself I'd have been absolutely over the moon with. We'll catch this guy just in the wrong spot, so we'll give him a wee nudge just to try and stay in this battle. And it perhaps is time around about now to start being a wee bit more aggressive, and we're showing those to this guy. Lever braking late, and he's not cooperative. You see, we've scared him in the mistiming his own braking, and he's caused an incident. And unlucky for Mr. Truxton, and we were very lucky not to get collected there as well. But that was basically us who caused that incident. We've scared that guy into leaving his braking too late, and he's caused an incident in the chicane, which has gained us a spot right here. This move right here, at the moment you're allowed to punt without getting punished, and we see him doing this to this guy in front of us and punting that guy clean off, which immediately makes us nervous. And in the live stream we're sitting now and we're saying, oh my goodness, we know how you drive, we know how dirty you can be, sir, and we really don't want to pass him now. We for sure do not want to place ourselves on the outside of him. We'll give him a nudge there. We don't want any side by side action at the moment. If it's going to be a pass, he's trying to encourage us to go on the outside here, and whether he is planning on making contact or not with us, our brain right now is telling us we're not going on the outside of you, because you're just going to hit us and give us a penalty. And we were losing a lot of time here, but we were having to be very patient. As I say, we just watched him punt this other guy, and we feel like in this guy's brain, he's thinking, I have a second penalty, but if I make him go on the outside of me, I can give him a second penalty just by touching him, and then I can still maybe beat him. You can see how slow he is in the apexes, trying to get us to have any kind of side-by-side action. He seems like he is absolutely busting for some side-by-side action. And we'll place ourselves on the inside here, even though we're not really wanting to go forward. We're making sure that we're on the inside. We do not want to find ourselves on the outside of a corner at all. And we've held our patience the whole way, a whole lap, waiting for this here penalty zone coming. We've had to be extremely patient. It does mean that there's 9 guys behind us in the slipstream with a chance to come for it and steal this 11th place on the last lap. We'll jump outside and keep an eye on it. And we'll go extra defensive, send him to the outside, and we'll just park that big slow car on the apex, and he doesn't get a run out on us. Into the chicane for the last time. He does get close, but that was her, done and dusted. A thoroughly enjoyable race for me, after almost wanting to quit out of it at the start. You know, sometimes your bad races can turn into some of the most enjoyable ones. Thank you guys, and catch you in the next video for try number 2.